Greater Manchester Police, everything that's wrong with it to do with child sexual exploitation. Are we looking at corruption, or are we looking at incompetence, or are we looking at apathy where no one cares? Or a combination of all three?
You know, I constantly talk about accountability. Um, and I would go a lot further than you. I would go much further. What I would say, first of all, is that I see chief constables as political pawns now. They are not independent people running an organisation that they have full control of. They are part of a network that is run from the government, and they do the bidding of the government, really. They are pawns in a game. And in my opinion, and I didn't I didn't know this back in 2005. I was so naive. I am not naive anymore. And that lack of naivety now is based on what I have seen. And I firmly believe that the way policing works, somebody is promoted. Yeah. And when they go from constable to a sergeant, sergeant to an inspector, there are exams. Once you start to get to DCI, superintendent, chief superintendent, detective chief superintendent, assistant chief constable, constable, those ranks, you only get through those ranks if you are interviewed and you tick the boxes. I firmly believe that those ranks are to test whether you have got a real conscience and your loyalties lie with your victims, or whether you are able to let go of what you really know is wrong, and instead focus on what is best for the organisation. And so by the time, this is my opinion, by the time somebody reaches the rank of chief constable, they have been tested to the hilt. They've often got 30, 35 years of being brainwashed into a way of thinking that ordinary people don't think like. So you are dealing with a mindset, with a culture that is powerful, that will do anything to protect that organisation, that is defensive in the extreme. It took me 10 years to get them to acknowledge incompetence in the Rochdale case. Thankfully, we've now had that acknowledgement. With Operation Augusta, it took from 2005 to 2020, and me dedicating my life to exposing that corruption, that failure, to get the truth heard. So I think that it is, for me, the way to resolve this is to bring in people with different backgrounds, with different expertise into senior ranks. And I know that there is hostility against that. I firmly believe that you need skills and open-minded attitudes, not people who have been subjected, they're kind of like stuck in the Stockholm syndrome in a way. You know, they're in an echo chamber and they don't see the outside picture. But I also believe that we 100% need accountability for those at the top. And by that, I do mean criminal prosecutions. I really do believe that we should be seeing some very senior police officers prosecuted for gross neglect of duty, for misconduct in a public office. And